Hi, welcome to today's sobriety motivation. What day is it today? Today is June 2nd, 2025, that I am filming this Seeds of Serenity passage that I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm sharing passages from my new book that's coming out on June 13th called Seeds of Serenity. And today's passage is passage number 3. It is letting go of past hurts. And it says, it's been said that pain is the touchstone to all spiritual growth. And I can wholeheartedly attest to the truth of that statement as it pertains to my own experience. Pain is our gateway to change. It forces us to act, grow, and evolve spiritually. Without pain, we might remain stagnant, avoid deeper exploration. Many spiritual traditions, including Christianity, Buddhism, Stoicism, teach that suffering is integral to wisdom and enlightenment. The struggle for many when it comes to hurt feelings and painful experiences, especially that of betrayal, is that it's often hard to let go of the pain. Much like forgiveness, it feels like we're letting the person off the hook for their misdeeds or transgressions. For me, having been a person who historically would forgive and forget only to be hurt over and over again, I eventually came to realize the maladaptive nature of my behavior. I started to practice setting healthy boundaries and began to work hard to let go of all the pain that had piled up inside of me over the years. Because even though I thought I was being forgiving and always did my best to forget, the fact is the pain remained. I stuffed it down, repressed it so I wouldn't have to feel it. But the thing about painful experiences, the painful truth, is that to heal it, we need to feel it. There was no healing possible until I was willing to face the pain with honesty and clarity, and ultimately let it go. Pain from the past, whether caused by betrayal, rejection, failure, or loss, can shape our beliefs about ourselves and others, creating barriers to love, trust, and joy. However, the act of letting go is not about denying our pain or pretending it never happened. It's about acknowledging the hurt, processing it with compassion, and choosing to release its hold on us. Releasing painful memories does not mean forgetting or condoning what was done. Rather, it's a conscious decision to no longer let the past dictate our present happiness. It allows us to reclaim our power, shift our focus toward growth, and cultivate inner peace. Ultimately, letting go is a profound act of love, both for ourselves and for those around us. When we release the burdens of the past, we make room for joy, connection, and renewal. We become lighter, more compassionate, and more resilient. Instead of seeing ourselves as victims of our circumstance or circumstances, we step into a mindset of healing and possibility. By letting go, we're not losing part of ourselves. We are making room for the person we were always meant to be, free, whole, and at peace. And before I go into the daily practice, I just want to share that this part about instead of seeing ourselves as victims of our circumstances, we step into a mindset of healing and possibility. And it really wasn't until I was willing to step out of that role of victim that I was truly able to start moving forward and started to recover and started to really step into becoming that best version of myself possible. Because I can tell you that as long as you're in that victim role, as long as I was in that role of the victim, there was no moving forward. There was no growth that was possible. And I see this a lot with the clients that I work with people that I come across, that I meet, is that when we're in that place of the victim and we're blaming others, it's not until I was willing to change, until I was willing to look at me and let go of this resentment and this pain. Yes, pain is actually what has created the opportunity for growth. So this pain is the touchstone to all spiritual growth. Absolutely true. I am grateful for my pain today. What I have to be careful of today is that I don't slip back into that victim mentality and I don't slip back into rehashing and reigniting the pain from the past, because I can do that and I've done that in the past. I have to constantly or consistently be reminding myself that that's not where I want to live today, right? That's not who I want to be today. So sometimes I need reminders to keep myself on the spiritual path of my own growth, because when I'm able to focus on me and my own growth, then that has a ripple effect. The benefits of that have a ripple effect and positively impact everyone around me. So that's my added reflection to that reading. And to go on to the daily practice, which is a part of every reading, the prompt, the writing prompt is identify one past hurt that is still affecting you. Acknowledge it without judgment. Prayer for peace. Ask God to help you release this hurt and replace it with healing. And then list 3 ways you have grown because of this experience. The daily affirmation: I release the pain of the past and step into peace. Moment of silence, sit quietly, breathing deeply, and imagine your heart becoming lighter. Serenity breath prayer: breathe in healing, breathe out pain. Imagine placing your past hurt in a river and watching it drift away. Be still and know that you are free. And you can go ahead and check out, I think I'll link it to this video, the expanded version of the Serenity Breath Prayer meditation. So that's it for today's sobriety motivation. I wish you a very beautiful, blessed, and a sober day today, and I hope you'll join me again next time.